welcome to another episode of Sports Encounters. Now with me are again Amrit Murari, Kavi Shetty and Mahesh Gaonkar. This is part 2 of the episode that we discussed in the about the quarters and the semis, but now I want to get into more of the teams. I'm not used to papers so many, but like this time I want to get into the teams. Like as we were just discussing, we'll start off with Argentina. Why? Because of Messi, right? I think big name player, only Messi is left now.
Di Maria, Scaloni is also there, I think.
Scaloni is coach, no?
No, but the big wins.
Yeah, the mega stars. The mega stars.
Neymar is out. I think everybody's out.
Yeah.
So let's start with Argentina. Now, goalie, Martinez, good defenders, all that. Now, what I was talking about, the guys who are actually, who are going to be the, what do you say? Maybe the guys who are going to open the tin can of Croatia. Yeah. So, what do you think? Shall I run through the team?
No, the first obvious name that I'd mention is Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. Okay.
He's playing as a striker. Initially, at the start of the tournament, he was not Argentina's main striker. Yeah. But as the tournament has progressed, he's won his spot as a starting striker, and he's 19, 20, very young boy. So, and for him to be showing this kind of form at the biggest stage is incredible. And I think my feeling is that if Argentina win this game, he's probably going to be one of the deciding factors. He's got a big career up ahead, and if you're looking for somebody who kicks on from this World Cup to become the next great star, it could be Julian Alvarez, because he has the quality, and let's see what he can do.
Injury, that's probably the only thing that What do you feel?
I think, as he said, I think Alvarez being one of them, and I think Argentina is hard tackling, so for me De Paul is going to be a huge factor in the way Argentina play that game. As much as he can win the ball early for them, the better off they will be. And of course, I think Alvarez is probably going to be the biggest generational talent that comes out now from there, from that Argentina squad for sure. But for me, they win it in that central midfield. So if De Paul can have a good game, I think that's where Argentina would win.
That's exactly what I want to discuss.
I agree with that. Alvarez will perform good. It's like a leopard. He
has to, otherwise.
He's like a leopard. Right now in the Argentinian team, and the experienced player like Messi and all, if coordinate with him in a better way. Because in the earlier matches, Messi has assisted many goals, to score many goals. So this will work out, and he can prove a good factor, winnable factor maybe.
Yeah, okay. Now, since we are discussing Argentina still, we're still to get to Croatia. My point is that this game will be won or lost in the midfield. Don't you think? Because see, Croatia is not like Brazil. It doesn't defend high. It defends low. So if they strangle Argentina, they will do it. I think, I don't know. I would defer to your more experienced judgments, but I think they will. If they strangle them, they'll strangle them in the midfield. That's why De Paul is so important. What do you think?
That's what I was saying. I think what he's going to do on and off the ball is going to be extremely
Especially
important.
Off the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a proper destroyer in those terms. So, and if he can manage to get ahead of Croatia in their own game, I think it'll make a big difference. Yeah,
I agree. The match will be fought in midfield, but in these kind of
lost or won.
No, but I feel in this situation, like since it's going to be difficult in midfield, I don't see the midfielders having the time or the space to do something to win the match. I think it has to be a moment, like for Argentina to win, it has to be something special. And Messi's done that already. You cannot expect Messi to do it every game. Which is why I put my money on or my mouth on Alvarez.
No, my point is not that. My point is not that. But to open and close and start, it will be at the midfield. Yeah. See, it cannot be like. See, what happens is like. I don't think. I may be wrong. Of course, you can never say. But I don't think there's going to be a Maradona type of moment. And that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Is that see that Maradona type of moment is. it's tough to.
But with Messi there, you can't discount it. That's the thing. There's always an outside chance that he can decide. You know, this is it. I'm going to
What do you talk about?
yeah. Maybe both. Yeah, he might require both. But
Yeah, Mahesh. What do you say?
In the quarter match, he has done one hand of ball. No, he was not awarded card also. That is different thing. But for Argentina, no, this Croatian goalkeeper will be a big hurdle. They have to break that wall. If it is possible for them, then they will do it. In the last World Cup, I think Argentina had lost, I think, in the quarter by big margin, 4-0, I think.
yeah.
So we are thinking that Argentina may perform a good in this semi-final, but it depends on how they work out it and their planning and all, how will go through. It depends on that. So earlier we have said that Croatian team is speedy. So this
Quick,
speedy,
quick. And tough also.
tough
Not just
also,
quick.
Yeah.
and then defenders are too good.
Yeah.
So we have seen already in the quarter.
Yeah.
So defenders wall first
Yeah.
barrier. After that goalkeeper barrier. So
Yeah.
these two hurdles, the big barrier, this Argentina striker have to break it.
Yeah.
Who you think among the defenders? They're all good, no doubt. But who you think stand out, has stood out? Who's the fulcrum around which
For
that?
me, Guardiola, he's been absolutely on a different level this World Cup. Everything that he's done extremely well. He's extremely young. He's 20.
21.
21.
22,
Yeah.
yeah.
If-
And he's bloody tough, yeah.
yeah, he's built. He's a big
Thank
unit. He's fast. He's aggressive.
And with the mask, he looks
Yeah, it's
really
scary. You're talking about a guy who's got. So there's an issue there. That's why he's wearing the mask, and
Actually.
it doesn't affect him an ounce.
No, but for
Which
a
is
guy,
huge, yeah.
for a guy with that skeletal structure, he's bloody quick.
Yeah, he's quick. He's very, very quick. Yeah,
He's a complete defender.
yeah, full.
And like
Yeah.
we've been talking about his physical capability, but he's also good with the ball.
Yes,
technically very good.
technically pretty
Under
sound.
pressure, like he doesn't panic too much.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like he's a little young to be considered because he's inexperienced. Sometimes he makes mistakes, but he is probably the next. Could be the next, big defender in Europe. I think he's already playing at a big team as well.
Yeah, he's with Leipzig right now.
Leipzig,
So, yeah.
yeah.
So he could get a big transfer move to maybe like a Real Madrid or something after this World Cup is done, maybe.
Yeah, but see, it's the defenders, Croatian defenders are all pretty good. We were just talking, like in the thing. It's like they are like as if they have got some, ESP or something. They know the position. They know where the guy is. He may be like deep. He may be, he may have gone forward. He may be, but they know exactly. So that understanding is.
So this is where you know that your value for money on paying your coach that much comes from.
Fair enough.
Because it's clearly work that
Yes.
he's done with that entire unit. So all five of them, keeper plus the back line, and you can clearly see how it works.
The
It's-
positioning is amazing.
yeah,
It's amazing. It's probably
fantastic.
the best. Maybe like we said that Brazil was the best knit team, but they don't come close here. To
No,
the
and
defense
Yeah.
doesn't come close at all.
One thing to notice is that all four teams in the semi-finals have a local coach.
Yes.
The coach is
That's
from the
very
same country.
interesting.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
That's
interesting. actually.
something that doesn't happen very often. So it's a
I
big
don't think
deal.
it's ever. I don't recall.
Yeah.
Ever,
I think
I don't recall.
even I don't recall. But
Yeah.
it's something that doesn't happen too often for this.
Maybe that's the future.
Yeah, it is.
It is definitely the way to go,
Yeah.
for sure, because I think in terms of just those videos came out of the Frenchman talking to the Saudi Arabian team, but what didn't come through for the Saudi coach is a Frenchman.
Yes.
What didn't come through is that he speaks in English and he has an Arabic translator.
Yes.
So he can be passionate and all of that, but once the translator is coming through, it might fall on deaf ears at the end of the day.
Takes 30 seconds for the passion to.
Yeah, exactly.
and more than that, now for example, like I speak say French poorly. Even then, it's a problem to talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
imagine translator. It's another
Yeah.
two
It's a
2
bit-
degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Totally.
they say the game's obviously the best sort of language, of course, there's no doubt.
No.
I think football's a great language in that term. But when you need, especially when you're playing for your country, I think having someone who feels the
That
pride
match.
even more in the training ground doing everything that they need to do in preparation to the World Cup. I think it makes a big difference. Having Deschamps there, who's done it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
He knows the pressure.
yeah, it's a
and he
huge,
knows
it's a
everything.
huge added factor for France in that aspect. And as he said, with the other three local coaches, I mean not local, their own
The-
nationalities, it makes a huge difference.
Brazil always had that. They had
Yeah.
their own coach. Well, what do you say? What do you say about Croatia? I know you spoke about the wall and that
Yeah.
thing, but the coach also, local coach.
Yeah, many teams are having this time.
This time all four semi-finalists,
you have said just now the
All
local
four.
coach.
Yeah.
This factor is working good, I think.
Yeah.
No, what do you feel? Is it a
Yeah.
good idea?
Yeah, it is a good idea, but there's other countries like India should have such type of coaches. Otherwise, keeping such local coaches of no use. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But in these nations are already in football for so many years, and they are the king in that field,
Yeah.
so they can afford local coach.
Which is a fair
That,
point.
yeah.
Also.
Yeah, of
It's a
course.
fair
No,
point.
but you look at the
No,
the
I think the
surprise
example
factors.
is
Yeah.
Morocco. This
Yeah, Morocco, Japan.
until April they had a foreign coach.
And then they-
yeah, no. But if you'd asked me in April, I would have said Morocco group stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they have a local coach.
Yeah.
Semi-final.
Semi-final.
It's not the only reason, of course, but
Of course.
that coach is able to make the connection with
Yeah,
the players.
for sure.
Yeah, but see, now-
Their journey is miracle till
I
now.
don't
Yes.
know. I wouldn't. No, I don't think they've really worked hard for it. Putting it as a miracle is like, not giving them too much credit. Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are pretty good. Let's come back to them a
Yeah.
little later. But I'm just saying they're good.
But we
Mahesh-
can say this is good for football.
Yes,
Yeah,
So
for sure.
different nations are progressing in this field.
Absolutely.
and-
African nation
Yeah.
is very good
Yeah.
for football.
Yeah.
Yes.
And till now we have experienced a good football in this
Yes,
World
yes,
Cup.
Yeah.
yes, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Except maybe England. we'll
Yeah.
discuss that later. Yeah.
England, between England and that match was good, but did not have that much luck.
Yeah.
That captain
Kane
missed the penalty, both penalty. They
Yeah.
should have converted it.
Converted, yeah.
No, I don't agree with you. Mahesh, but Mahesh, what I'm saying is that, see, for example, like since you brought India and Goa, now you said, why don't you send a couple of Indian coaches? Let them go and do understudy. So many teams are there. Yeah, we don't need like Madrid or Barcelona or something.
But for that we should have some specific policy.
We have SAG, we have 101 of these
This is for
coaches.
some certain period only. We should have long run
No, but
policy.
SAG is full time.
No,
It's a
so
government
coaches
job.
have gone and come back.
back,
The
yeah.
difference is
Keep them for 2-3 years there.
No, what India needs is these coaches to be teaching kids.
Yes.
When a coach
Yeah,
goes
we
and
need
comes
them.
back, they become
Right.
professional. They take an ISL team,
Yeah.
I-League team, so they are little more level.
Yeah.
But we need quality coaching at the grassroots.
Grassroots,
At the young
Because
level, yeah.
first we produce football players, first we produce coaches,
Coaches,
produce football players, and then we can
you
think
go.
about.
In fact, when the sports minister had come here, and this is the thing I told him, you have to start, even when the GCCI is the president, when he'd come here, I told him, first you need to start at pre-primary. You
Yeah.
don't catch them when they're 15. What is the point?
Yeah.
They got to be there in first, maybe third standard, fourth standard. You got to pick because at least the basics they can, how to run, what
Yeah.
to do with the ball, and one thing I have a bone to pick with you. I don't think creativity is lost if you are trained properly. I'll come back on that.
School level, I think school level government is conducting Subroto Cup. That is for football.
Yes.
But the status of that tournament is not that much to that level.
And they also need to go
Yeah,
lower in the age group.
Yeah.
You need to go
Because,
to create
So Subroto Cup starts.
in my students age, I have played for Subroto,
Okay.
for Progress High School Sankalim.
Okay.
I have played. Now many players are from Seza Football Academy. They are playing for our school, that Progress High School, and our school is winning for North Zone level like that. Forget about a state level. Sometimes they may win or they are losing. So we need a policy from the grassroots level to boost this football and make a environment like that all should come
Yeah.
forward, young generation. We should need such a policy.
Yeah,
And
but,
one of the nations that's benefited from similar policy has been Japan.
Japan, I will get back to that, but I want to. We've not gone to France and yeah. So we are going in for a small commercial break. Stay with us. welcome back. Now we've discussed Croatia and Argentina. I mean, I'm sure we could have discussed it for a couple more hours, but we don't have that much of time. So let's move on to France and Morocco. Now France, Mbappe, he's supposed to be, Griezmann is there. Yeah, something else. So 35, 37 kilometers per hour, which is it's pretty quick here.
Yeah.
But Morocco, as we were discussing earlier, 7 players at 32. What is that? That's like something. It's. I know the top guys are Africans and top runners and all, but this is like something that we've not seen before. No.
Yeah, I think it's been a big revelation to see how they've managed to pull that off. If you actually look at their entire system, a lot of their players, in fact, in the last round they had a player who plays for a club in Angers.
Okay.
Like he started in 3rd division in France and was one of the standout performers against Spain. I mean, you have players like that coming through. It shows I think the grit of the nation. One is the fact that I think they all wanted to make sure that they're able to do what they need to do. Like, for example, even Hakimi, he's born and bred in Spain,
yes.
chose to play for Morocco.
Actually, Spain would have been probably a much quicker
for sure, of course. But he chose to play for his home nation, and clearly they're making huge benefits out of that, having him there. It's been a joy to watch him play. That penalty he took was a different level. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the thing is, I think it's the mentality of them. It's the fact that they know they had to work, or their previous generation, which some of them are actually all out there. I think 6 or 7 of them that are born outside Morocco and who've chosen to play for Morocco. So with them, I think there's definitely a sense of we want to give back to Morocco because of what our parents went through, trying to find a better life. Now we want to make sure that the country itself benefits from that, and I think that's a very strong sentiment to sort of take back.
Not bad.
Very, very hard-working player, but I mean the amount of skill that he has on the ball in tight situations. It's been multiple occasions where you've seen him 3-4 players surrounding him, he still finds a way out.
No, but he's the guy who also sacrifices for the team.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He's your graft worker, but he's got that as well.
Because like you have the players going forward, and Morocco's attack is they're very isolated, right? One player running through and trying to choose their own defending. So when that guy inevitably loses the ball, like you need the structure behind him, and you need somebody to sacrifice.
That gives that strategy, the training. That's what gives. In many of our top teams, they will not come back.
In quarter final, the goal scored by them was splendid one.
Superb.
And Yusuf Nassiri scored.
What about that penalty also?
No chance for the goalkeeper at all. And the ball dropped in front of him and toppled.
Done.
And the height,
chance.
The jump that he got, unbelievable.
That's what he is.
That's ultimate.
The passing was superb. Such type of players they have. Because of that, they can make a magic.
You talk about Morocco, by the way. You talk about France, really.
Talk about Morocco.
I told me.
I was confused for the moment. The magic part.
I mean, that's the beauty of this World Cup, clearly.
I said they can make a history.
But they have had a lot of magical moments, I feel. Of course, Now France. Okay, before we move into France, everybody will talk about Mbappe, right? He's got speed, he's got everything. But I want to talk about Griezmann. I want to talk about Gerrard. What do you think about these players? Because I think these guys have probably played a bigger part than even the superstar. What do you feel?
Yeah, for me, Olivier Giroud is the unsung hero.
Yeah.
In a couple of World Cups.
Amazing. A couple of World Cups. I'm talking about this specific.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying over the last 2 World Cups, he's done so well for France, and for someone who's as old as he is.
And last time they won.
The reigning champions, and I think a lot of it had to do with him. It was not on the stats that he showed it, but I think in the games, the way he played, the way he applied himself, what he did for the team was massive. And I think this World Cup he's added goals, which has made a huge difference.
It's another level.
Which has released pressure on players like Mbappe, like Griezmann, for example. Griezmann's playing a new role.
Yes.
But for me, I think Giroud is definitely the unsung hero for France this World Cup for sure.
I agree 100%. He is personally, he's one of my favorite players. This is a player that
I
I
would
will
go for Griezmann, but anyway.
Yeah. But the thing is with Giroud is in the last
Hard
tournament,
worker.
he was a joke because
Yeah.
he was the striker that won the World Cup without scoring a single goal.
And I don't
So,
think he had a shot on target.
Yeah,
I don't think,
and everybody was making fun of him, but he had a World Cup medal. This year, he's come and he's proved, that now he's become the highest ever scorer for France. He's 100 appearances for the team. He's a legend in France now.
Yeah.
He's undeniable.
He was pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
and Mbappe will take the headlines.
Yeah.
Griezmann will take the headlines.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
the-
Correct. But Mbappe this time.
Both are senior players.
yeah.
Yeah.
Giroud is
Experienced one.
Yeah.
They have to give for that team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
See, but now as we were talking about Mbappe and like the stars, like say even Messi and Mbappe, but it's today it's not. It's the infrastructure, the backup, the
Of
team.
course.
It's that's today. It's ultimately the team spirit and the mentoring by the coach. Because at this level, you can't tell the guy, "Arey, boy, you stop here. You pass to this one." It's ultimately basically you're mentoring, you're
Yeah, of
guiding,
course.
you're motivating. So this is something that France will really, because see, as you said, Morocco, people have come from out. That nationalist pride is that France will have to, because France, a lot of people are not from,
Immigrant.
yeah, that type of a thing. They'll really have to dig deep in. You feel, how will it be a walkover? Means it'll be a team like Croatia would have ground them,
Yeah.
would have ground them slowly.
Yeah.
By the 68th minute, England would not have known what to do. This is of course
No,
my
so
personal view. It's nothing.
Yeah, no,
I think so. They were
Arguably,
lucky
the
to win.
England-France game, if you looked at the bench, I think England had a lot more game changers than
Yeah.
France on the bench.
Yes.
Uh,
what
so
happened?
I think they required one of them to hit the penalty, and but yeah, it was unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, if you look at it, Mbappe didn't have a single chance in that game. He beat
That's what
Kyle
I'm saying.
Walker just once.
Exactly.
So England did a lot of good things during that game. It's just that I think
Fair enough.
world
Point
champions showed what world champions can do.
Point
So
taken,
yeah.
point taken. Now, okay, now we talk about when will we see a Indian team. I'm not talking about just, probably if India hosts the World Cup. No, actually going there, qualifying, and then we discuss India. You guys are starting something in Goa?
Yeah, so we actually have a grassroots program that's going on now called the LGL Little Gods League that runs. It's a 5-month program that runs where teams get a minimum of about 21 games. Each team gets 21 games. It's a proper league that goes over 5 months. So for people like Amrit and me, it's a great way to actually see the next generation come up and keep an eye on players.
30
Yeah.
crore people, yaar, one gold medal, nahi yaar. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता है.
Now government is coming with the Khelo India policy
Yes,
like that. Such things is working out, and we are getting good results. So
We must keep politics out of sports.
yeah.
that's
Now
important.
Olympic Association is headed by PT Usha, I think, our
Yeah.
Yes.
sprint queen.
Yes.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, such people should come.
Yeah.
You might be knowing better because you are working for the football. what will be the better? The infrastructure is the big
It's the most
question
important.
here.
Yeah.
Because as far as you can say, we are having infrastructure in football in South Goa, in coastal belt, Salsed, and Bangladesh in North Goa. Where is the infrastructure? We have Bicholim, Sankalim side, we have only Seza Football Academy ground. Where
Wait, one second. Let me, sorry. I have a big issue with this. When we used to play in the field, me and all our guys who were like, the top guys, Dempos and all, when we used to rule India as football go, we used to play in the fields, yeah. Today the boys have got grounds, they have got everything. Where is Goan football, yeah? Sorry, FC, but like it's nothing what it used to be like.
But that quality infrastructure is the need of the
is there. Where are the people?
Until, at least within India, I think Goa was doing well.
Yeah.
He was doing very well in those days.
But the last 2
Bengal,
years in the
2-3
pandemic,
years.
it's completely destroyed.
It's done
I
a
think-
full reset, yeah.
And
It's
what,
gone back to, I don't know.
yeah,
how many
and
years
what Kabir mentioned earlier, the Little Girls League, and
That's
things
a
like
start.
That's
Yeah,
now it's
that's
starting.
the way to go
Sports
forward,
club used to win that Durand Cup and many
Of course.
And now
national tournament.
only now, like
Yeah.
literally the Goa Pro League after the pandemic, it started on Friday. It was
Yes.
a few days ago. So from now, I think things are slowly starting. things are starting to open up after the pandemic, and it's
Hopefully, because like for example, I don't know where they've not none of these pro league people they've not approached. Not that we are anything.
Yeah.
They've not approached. There's no nothing. It's happening. It'll go. हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा. अरे, how it doesn't work like that.
No, but that's what he said rightly, that we need a plan.
It needs
and
some sort of
we need plan, we need communication.
We've been talking about team spirit all this time. It needs that full one specific segment of society
Of course.
cannot really
Yeah.
do something. Hopefully,
sure.
you guys, it's a very good initiative. This junior thing is something that I told the sports minister. You
Even
have to
FC
go
Goa
to-
has started to pick up
Excellent.
young boys.
Yeah, that's what we were
Even
talking
Dempo Sports Club
They
has also
started in-
started.
Yeah.
And,
So, but the government should bring
many
it up in
players are
schools.
associated with
From
GFBC, I think.
schools,
Yeah.
From schools, they should bring it up. In all
I
the
think
sports.
with Japan's success in this World Cup,
Is
people
the
will start-
100-year plan. So
Yeah.
when are we
Yeah.
going to start our 20-year plan? Forget
So,
about
and
100 year.
their 100-year plan focuses on school football.
School, it has to be school.
Yeah.
It has to start from school. Whatever sport you're playing now, we're talking about football, cricket. It has to start from school because you learn your basics there.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn your basic once you're 15, 16. What's the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Many players are with the young Indian team, no, from
Yeah.
Goa. Many players are there. They are
coach
trained
also.
under GFDC.
So coaches also
Yeah.
go on.
Hopefully, anyway, Mahesh is optimistic. We shall see. Time will tell. We're all going to be here. Thanks guys. Thanks, Kabir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amrit. Thanks, Mahesh. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see you guys as the tournament progresses, the final stages. Thank you. This was FIFA. It comes once every 4 years. Last time, 2018, it was France. This time, France is also a very, very strong contender along with Morocco and Croatia and Argentina. I don't want to make any predictions. They are all strong. They can all win. Unless you guys want to make a prediction.
Yeah.
How about Argentina?
Okay, in one prediction. Mahesh?
It will be a surprising result.
Prediction. One name.
But it will be fight between Argentina and Morocco, I think.
Oof.
Oh, that's semis.
No, that is a
After the final, I am talking about
Okay.
final.
But you are not taking one team.
No,
Because
this World Cup is full of surprising results.
only Amrit is the brave guy. He's for Argentina. Okay, guys, let's see. We shall see. Time will tell. Not to 18th is the finals. We'll know. Thanks and keep watching Goa 365.